Hello everybody, it's Kyle from Force of Will Tavern. We're here today again with Bryan Lue from forceofwilltavern.com. Brian, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about Cain.
We got a lot of people asking about Cain. Why is that? What's it do?
Well, so the front side doesn't actually do anything. So it's J activate, pay 1 red, and then on the other side, it does a lot. So first he's got first strike for a 7/7, and then he's got at the beginning of your main phase you can call a magic stone.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's really good. So if you're playing the long game, like if they have a J activated, say like a Bahamut, and you have a J activated Cain, you're gonna win out in the long game if you don't die in the first couple of turns.
Because you're generating mana when they're not.
Right, precisely.
Exactly. Okay, and what's the next effect?
Second effect is Cognate Resonators you control gain plus 200 plus 0. Which is like, okay, if you're playing a lot of Cognates. You're supposed to play a lot of Cognates with Cain, but I'll get into that a little later. Alright, and the third ability is activate, pay red. This card deals 200 damage to target Resonator. And that ability is actually really, really powerful because in conjunction with Regalia, you can amplify that damage by another 200 or even by another 400. So every fire mana that you pay, you can shoot something for 6 or 4.
Because Regalia will boost its damage.
Yes, Regalia will amplify its damage.
So why are we seeing so much Cain being played right now?
Well, Cain is a pretty good antithesis to Bahamut. Because Cain is very good at just like dealing with dudes on board.
The creature-heavy decks.
Yeah, creature-heavy decks.
Okay, so what do you think about Cain? Let's talk about the pros.
Alright, so pros, it's really good against stuff like White Weenie Faria or White Weenie Vlad. It's fine against decks that don't really play like try and J activate early because you can try and like attack in and kill their J ruler as well.
Okay, what are the cons of this card?
Cons, it's pretty small. So if you can flames it, which is a huge problem because if it gets flames, then you are pretty much boned. And if it doesn't get flames, you can still like have it eaten by a Bloody Snow White or a Bahamut as well.
Okay, so it's on the easier side to kill.
Yes, it is.
Why is that such a big weakness right now? Because not a lot of people are playing flames.
Flames?
Not a lot of people are playing flames in the outer world.
That's true.
So why wouldn't someone play Cain?
Because Bahamut's a lot better against more decks.
Okay, so this is more of a meta call then.
Yes. I see a lot of people bringing in Cain in the sideboard, which honestly is okay. But I like Cain better on the draw than on the play.
What are some of the best situations to have Cain in?
When you can flip Cain pretty late and just keep mana up and just like fireball all the dudes.
So basically, use all of your mana that you just leave open in order to clear their board.
Right. So I actually like flipping him later than earlier because the early damage is not as relevant as Bahamut because they could just chump block your guys and your early advantage is gone because you're down a stone. But if you flip it later, then you can use the ability immediately afterwards, and you don't have to worry about it.
So what kind of cards would you run in Cain? Like what interactions are good? Why would someone run Cain? What kind of deck would they be running?
You can play higher cost cards in a Cain deck. So you can play slower stuff like Lugaru and stuff like that because it's honestly okay for you to go a little bit later game.
Why is that?
Because Cain will allow you to flip for most stones, and the more stones that you can flip over, the more cards that you can play from your hand. So if you have more like heavier stuff, it's actually fine.
So the only time that you're not going to be getting mana from Cain is the turn you choose to J activate it.
Right.
After that, it will be generating a stone for free every single turn.
Right. So it's kind of risky to flip him on turn 1 because you actually for example, if you were on the draw as Cain and you flip Cain turn 1, you miss a stone on turn 2. And that's actually pretty bad because it's like the second stone is pretty important if you want to advance your game state.
So is this a good choice for fighting against Bahamut?
I think it's fine on the play. I mean on the draw against Bahamut. I like both this Cain and Bloody Snow White about equivalently on the draw. Cain is less of a card commitment, so a lot more people should be playing Cain.
So you say you like him on the draw against Bahamut.
Yes.
Bahamut notoriously will just win if it's on the play. Why is this a good card for being on the draw against Bahamut?
So what you can do is, so if they go Bahamut Regalia and flip on turn 2, you can go Cain Regalia and kill their you can kill their Bahamut.
You kill their actual Bahamut.
Yeah, you can kill their Bahamut. Because what you do is you go turn 1 Stone Regalia, and then you draw, and then you tap the Regalia, then you refresh, and you tap it again, and then you run into the Bahamut.
Oh, I see. So you're actually going to be able to clear the Bahamut.
Right.
Now, if they have Regalia, Bahamut's going to have Imperishable and come back the next turn, right?
Right, but you're going to be up stones because you can keep doing that.
I see. Okay. So, as far as, I've been seeing a lot of Bahamut decks, essentially, that just have Cain as their ruler instead of Bahamut. So people, I guess, who want to be hipster, go against the grain.
Right.
Is that the correct option, or do you recommend anything else as far as deck building?
I think that they're two actually different decks. Fundamentally, they're different decks. Like, Cain is more about board control and more about just like having better quality things, whereas Bahamut's very all in. It's all about getting in the damage early and sacrificing, and just like you can flip Bahamut on 2 and just helmet in for 4K.
Yeah, exactly. So this deck should be built differently. What are some of the key changes? You said bigger monsters, bigger resonators before. Is there anything else besides just larger resonators that you would be running in a Cain deck?
I honestly think that I mean the other Regalia are also really good with Cain as well. Like Excalibur is fine with Cain. You can just play a lot. You can play a lot slower with this deck.
Okay, awesome. Do you have any final thoughts about Cain or anything you want people to know?
Yeah, you should probably play this card into your Bahamut sideboards. Yeah, it's just pretty good.
Okay, awesome. Well, Bryan, thank you. I'm out of here. Check out Forcible Tavern. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, and we will talk to you later. Bye.